Hello everybody, welcome to today's vlog. You're getting a Q&A today, and a few updates and maybe a few other things. So we're just rolling with the punches tonight. You're getting a real life shot of what's going on here. December 15th, just craziness, right? It's the Christmas season. Everybody's trying to get their shopping done, gifts wrapped, which we have been doing. It's kind of messy over here right now. But we are enjoying this month of time together as a family and just focusing on the real reason for the season, which is Jesus Christ. So with that being said, I'm going to jump right in. I've polled you guys a few times here and there over on Facebook and Instagram and grabbed some questions that you guys wanted to have answered. And so that's what I'll focus on tonight. First of all, I want to update on my Uncle Tom, though. A lot of you know that my Uncle Tom was in a very serious car accident, almost fatal. We've been doing a lot of his updates over on our Facebook page, Miracle Unfolding. If you guys would like to check that out, please go to our Facebook page and like our page, follow us over there if you're not. We do a lot of updating over there and live feeds and fun stuff. And so it's just another platform that you can catch us on. But he has been in the ICU for about the past 4 weeks. He had to have several surgeries, I think 5. His entire rib cage, both sides, was obliterated. He had to have spinal surgery. His neck was decapitated on the right side. I don't know all the medical details. Broken clavicle, broken arm, broken hips. He had a couple brain bleeds, just horrific car crash. It was not his fault. He was on the freeway and it was stop and go, and somebody behind him just, I don't know exactly what happened, but obviously was distracted or wasn't paying attention, and freeway speeds came into the back of him. So that's the story in a nutshell. But the good news is that he's made it through all the surgeries. He's progressing, he's recovering. And we're seeing a lot of signs that are giving us optimism right now. He's wiggling his toes. He can move his right arm. His cognition is coming back. He can remember things. He knows what day it is. He's clear. He's talking now. And so a lot to be thankful for, a lot to be grateful for. And so first and foremost, I just want to say thank you to all of you guys for your love and for your prayers. We see them every day. You guys post on our Facebook your messages, and we've seen comments and emails come through, and we just want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for him and his wife Cammie and their family. Truly prayers are answered, and Ashley did an overnight shift with him the other night, and he said that to her. He said, Ashley said, we've been sharing this on our page, and he said, I felt the prayers. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And again, if you want to just see what's going on there and check out the pictures, check out Uncle Tom, what's going on, just head over to our Facebook page, Miracle Unfolding. It's all there. Okay, let's jump to the next. I guess first of all, I need to say Merry Christmas. We're like coming up on a week away from Christmas almost, right? Maybe a little bit longer. I think the girls told me it was like 10 days today. So they are getting pumped. We're getting pumped. Christmas is always a wonderful time around here, filled with family, friends, activities, a lot of traditions. My brother Drake is coming back into town. As you know, he moved to Miami. He took a job down there. And that's been really hard because my family is very close-knit. We're all here together. And it was hard seeing him go to the other end of the country. But it's been a good move for him, and it's been successful, and we're just excited to have him back here for the holidays. So we're going to have the family back together. We're doing a lot of dinners and activities and just fun things, really just reminiscing and hanging out and making new memories. So Christmas is a special time for us. We love it. It's our favorite holiday to celebrate. The girls love it. They get into the spirit. We've tried to teach them about the real reason of Christmas, about our Savior Jesus Christ, about sharing, giving, looking out for others, helping those in need. And I love seeing these little sweet spirits just do those little things day in and day out without us having to remind them. Grabbing a friend off the bench at school when they don't have anybody to play with. Their teacher gives us all kinds of fun messages like this, and it's awesome. Just sharing with their sisters, helping us out around the house, doing little elf chores, secret elf chores, unloading the dishwasher for mom and dad, shoveling the driveway, helping neighbors weed their garden. I mean, they just do these little things, and I love seeing it because, that's the kind of children we want to raise is people who look out for other people. And, we've been shown that in our lives, from our families, from our friends, from our grandparents, and we want to continue to pass that along. So, Christmas is a wonderful time of year. It's a time of year, I think, to reflect on everything that we've been blessed with and given from a very generous Father in heaven. It's a time to reflect on our Savior Jesus Christ and all He's given and done for us, and to just turn around and share that light with the world. And that's what we want to do, and that's what we plan on doing every single day. So hopefully you guys feel that when you see the girls, when you see their smiling faces and their energy and their personalities. They certainly bring it here in our home, and we hope you guys can fill it out there. All right, let's just jump into some of your guys' questions, and I'll get right to it. One of the questions that was asked was, what's the best part of having 4 girls? For me, it's the sense of unconditional love. I grew up the oldest of 10, and 8 of us were boys, and I don't think I ever really, figured out what that was growing up. Like, unconditional love. You don't see that a lot from your brothers. It's a lot of, smacking each other around and throwing footballs and tackling each other. And, we're just a little more rough around the edges. And I found, with my girls, it's a completely different ball game. And, I was not ready for that when they came. And I'm still learning today. But the one thing I can say is that they love you unconditionally, and they're very good at showing that. And I don't know if that's a daughter-son thing. I don't know. But for me, I have seen a significant difference in, growing up with all my brothers, and then how having all these daughters, they show love differently. I knew my brothers loved me. Even when we were punching each other in the face, I knew they loved me. We just showed it a different way. But these sweet girls, there's just something different about having daughters, and I just feel their unconditional love, their sweet, generous spirit, and they're just, the best blessing I could have ever asked for. And I know Ashley would say the exact same thing. So there's that for you. Okay, we've had a lot of people ask about, do the girls ever get one-on-one time? Do they ever get like a one-on-one date? And the answer is yes. We've tried to do that. We actually started doing that maybe about a year ago. We saw that, they were getting to that age and kind of showing signs that they wanted to, do something on their own, have their own time with mom and dad, just, get out and be the complete, center of attention. And, it's kind of weird because, they're quadruplets and they were all born together. We've done everything together, and I don't think they've really known anything different than that. And so, neither have we. We've done everything together. And so it was different, when we started to do that. And it was kind of a real treat. And we saw different sides of their personalities come out when we got them one-on-one. They were very different when it was just, me and one of the girls, or Ashley and one of the girls. It was very different seeing how they interacted with us, how they interacted with other people, what they wanted to talk about, what their interests were. It was completely different than the group. So we've tried very hard to continue doing that this last year, and making time to do a one-on-one date. And sometimes it's not every month. Sometimes we go a couple months before it happens, because sometimes there's just not enough hours in the day, between the quadruplets, 4 of them, and either myself or Ashley taking them out and then getting the next one and then getting the next, because you've got to make sure everybody has their own time, their own day, their own experience. Sometimes it's daunting. So I know a lot of you parents out there go through this and know what I'm talking about. And so, but the reward is so worth it. And I think it's absolutely important to do that with your children, to give them their own space, their own time, their own experience with each of their parents, where they can share and bond and just have a moment with you. And it's been very rewarding for us. So great. Okay, the question we get all the time: do the girls fight? Of course they fight. I mean, they're human beings, right? They're sisters, and there's going to be disagreements, and there's four of them, and even back to the beginning, I remember when they were little babies, and one of them would have a toy sitting on the ground, sucking on it, and one of them would come over and just take it away, and they'd start crying, right? Well, it's very similar to that now, except for they just use their words and their bodies. So, there's actions, there's physical touch, there's words that are said, and so yes, I mean, I don't think anybody goes through life without, those sibling rivalries, sibling confrontations, but for the most part, they get along very well, and they work things out pretty well. Every once in a while, we've got to step in and say, okay, hold on, cool off, what's going on? But for the most part, I think they work it out, and hopefully, they can start, learning good coping mechanisms from having those experiences, and all four of them, having to work things out to where they're all happy, because it's hard some days. What movie do you want to watch? Well, we have four different opinions. What do you want for dinner? We have four different opinions, and it's never the same. So I think it's been good for them to have those experiences and work through them. So fighting, I wouldn't say they're ever like, I mean, there have been fights, yes, pulling hair and scratching, yes. But I would say most of it is just upset feelings and, working through that. So as a parent, I don't know if we ever get it right all the way, but, we're learning as we go too. And we're learning how to teach them and help them to, work things out for themselves. And hopefully that will carry on over into life, because, us as parents, we're not going to be there every single day for them. And they're going to need to have those coping skills when they go out into the world. Okay, another popular question. People ask about the girls' clothing all the time. We definitely have some favorite places, and we bounce around a little bit too and try new things out. But I would say the children's place is probably one of our favorite places to go. We like their styles. We like how the clothes fit. I don't think we've ever bought anything there that we've had to complain about. So the girls, they like their clothes as well. So jeans, sweaters, jumpsuits, everything, they're great. We like Gap for the girls. We've done a little bit of H&M, and I think the other one, Old Navy here and there. But between those places, I mean, those are definitely our favorite. When they were little, we did a little bit more crazy things. We had Janie and Jack outfits, which are very expensive, but so just unbelievably cute. And, it was fun to have those little outfits, but they grow so fast. And I think that's why we've kind of graduated to, Children's Place, Gap, places like that, because a little bit more economical. And you can get a better bang for your buck, and the girls also still look very cute. So great question. So right along with that one, do they still dress alike? Do they like dressing alike? We usually try to dress them alike. We like them to match. We think it's cute, but they are getting to that stage where they want to wear different things. They have different ideas, different personalities, different styles. On a Saturday, when we say go get dressed, pick out whatever you want, it is completely different. Not one of them goes up there and matches the other one. So I think we're kind of getting to that place that as they, have a little bit more freedom to choose what they want to do, they're gonna, you're gonna start seeing their personalities come out, and we've already seen that. Esme is very particular about her clothing, how it feels. It's not so much how it looks, it's how it feels. So I remember being like that as a kid as well. I hated jeans. I hated the feel of jeans. I never wanted to wear jeans. And Esme's like that with a lot of her clothing. If it doesn't, if it irritates her skin at all, she will throw a fit. She doesn't want to wear it. If her sleeves are too long, she'll kind of scrunch up her arms to make them even longer and be like, this doesn't fit me. She does her little things. So, Scarlett's got her own fashion thing going on over there, and Evie hers as well, and Indy's probably the one that cares the least. She'll just pretty much wear whatever you give her. So But I think now, in school they do uniforms, so it's really easy. And if we ever go out and do something fun, we're doing pictures, they know that, hey, we're going to match today. We're doing photos and stuff. And so, but outside of that, when we let them have freedom, very, very different choices. And I think that's how it'll be from here on out. People always ask if I am sad that I don't have a son, regret not having a son, wish, one or two or three or all of the girls were sons. And the answer is no. Not even for a second. Again, I grew up with, 7 brothers and 2 sisters. So there was a lot of testosterone in my house. And, having all girls in the beginning, I was a little, I wouldn't say scared. I just uneasy. I didn't know if I knew how to handle girls. And I've come to learn that I wouldn't want it any other way. And you guys all know Ashley is extremely happy with all girls. I mean, she's such a girly girl, she does makeup and skincare for a living. So, I mean, she is extremely over the moon. And I'm the exact same way. I think I was meant to be a girl dad. I love it. I've totally embraced being a girl dad, and I would not trade it for anything in the world. Ever. Okay, do the girls prefer a parent? This has kind of changed a lot over the years. Even from when they were babies, I think they've always kind of bounced back and forth. So I can tell you where they're at now, and I would say Scarlett is definitely a mama's girl right now, and Indy is definitely a mama's girl right now. Those two cling to their mother. They side with their mother on everything. If it's ever where we're going to eat and there's a vote to be cast, they will wait and see what mom says and they'll vote with her. And it's so cute though. They love their mom so much, and they just, they're totally, totally mama's girls. And when Ashley's out of town on her work trips, Indy, it's hard at night when I'm tucking her in. I want mom. Where's mom? She loves her mama. So those two definitely mama's girls. Evie and Ezzy are definitely daddy's girls. They love, love, love to snuggle with me. Evie's a snuggler. She loves to snuggle with her big teddy bear dad. She loves to draw. I love to draw. We do art together. So we share, fun activities that we do together. Esme, we shoveled the entire driveway today. I went out, we started with all 5 of us out there, and it ended with just Esme and me. And that's how it is in the summertime when I'm gardening too. They all want to come out and help, but by the end of the day, it's just Esme and me. So there's just things that we share, and I think that we bond over, and even our personalities. Esme and Evie are both kind of like me. They're very headstrong, and they're very opinionated, a little bit stubborn, and so I think we just kind of mesh. We're kind of the same people. So yeah. Definitely, I think that's where we're landing right now. All right, I'm going to end with one last question. I think it's a great question, and it's probably one that everybody asks themselves at the end of the year. What are your goals for the next year? So what are our 2022 goals? Ashley and I have so many, and we were just discussing these last night in bed, and we talk about them with the girls as well, and we talk about things we want to do, and projects we want to take on. And so I'm not going to get into every single goal that we have set, but I think overall as a family, we have goals, and that's to be closer as a family, to be more united as a family, to be more loving and kind to each other, to be more understanding of each other, to, be empathetic of each other's needs. And so Ashley and I have definitely tried to do that in our marriage, and we're trying to teach that to the children. This is how you need to treat your sister. This is how you need to treat other people. And, hopefully as we're doing that with each other as parents, they're seeing that, and they can begin to mimic that. And I think we've already seen that in their behaviors. They're very, very loving kids. They're good at sharing. They look out for one another. If one of them is sad, they're concerned. And so, I think that's our goal as a parent, is to continue teaching them these good, qualities and traits that we want them to have as children, and then growing up into adults. We want them to go out into the world and make a difference and be good people and make good decisions. And we want them to follow, our Savior Jesus Christ. We want them to do as he would do, and that is to love everyone. That is his message. And if you break it down to one simple message, that's what it is. And so we just want them to do those things, to be kind, to be generous, to be charitable, to be loving and understanding, patient, and non-judgmental. And we know it's kind of hard these days. The world is so divided, and I think if you look in the right places, you can see that it's really not. But I think it's so loud, and the media and the people with the megaphones, they have, they garner that attention. But I think if you really go outside and talk to your neighbor and talk to your friends, your local grocer, the guy working at the gas station, I think that we'll find that there's a lot more that we have in common with each other. And that's our goal for the new year, is to push our children to seek those things and just be better every day. Just be like our Savior. So, you guys made me cry. Look what you did. That's not hard though. But that's going to wrap it up for tonight. I love you guys. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, being here from day one, when the girls were, still inside Ashley's little belly, and all the way through today. You guys have been amazing, and we appreciate your love and your support. We know life is a roller coaster. We know that we will have many successes. We know that we will have failures. We know we will have trials, and we've seen those trials. We've been through the failures, and we've ridden the successes. So we know that it's a roller coaster, but as long as we're climbing, we're moving in the right direction, everything's going to be okay. So we hope that you forgive us of any trespasses or parental failures or mistakes that we've made, and just can love us. That's what we ask. We just ask for your love, and we in return give back our love and share our lives with you guys. So we love you. Thank you for being here tonight. I think the next Q&A I'm going to force Ashley to do, because I usually do these because it's hard to just get her down here, and she works on the computer a lot during the day, and so this is rough for her. But I think you guys need to do a Q&A with Ashley, and I promise I'm going to get the next one done with her for you guys. But I love you, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Good night. They're the Gardner Quad Squad.